Alright, hey everyone, welcome to the Math 6 video. 8.3, we're talking about surface area of pyramids today. Alright, so we've talked about surface area of prisms. Today is very similar, okay? So, some good things to know though, and remember, are going to be the area of a triangle formula. How do we find the area of any triangle? Take its base times its height and divide it by 2. And then area of a rectangle, just take the length times the width. Yeah, you could also say that's base times height. Also, it's fine. Either way. Alright, here we go. Alright, so how do we find the surface area of a pyramid? We are going to use a net, okay? We are going to catch some surface area with our net, if you will. Alright, so we're going to calculate the surface area of this square pyramid. So, square pyramid, what does that mean? Well, what kind of pyramid is it? It's a square pyramid. And that means the what is a square? The base, right? Okay, so let's draw the net of this square pyramid. So as I'm looking here, I see the base, right? It's pretty much hidden, obviously, because this pyramid is sitting on some surface. But it's 7 is right there, and then what's this dimension of the base? Well, if it's a square pyramid, it's also what? It's a 7, right? So I'll draw the base first. Probably the best thing to do and label. I'm going to do 7 and 7, okay? And it's meters and meters, but I'm not going to write that in there to crowd things up. And then, if we look at this, each side of the pyramid looks to have a height of 10, right? So I'm just going to kind of draw that up right there. And we'll use a different color. Okay? And then that right there, that dimension, I'll do the dashed this time, is 10. Okay, and since it's a square pyramid, all of the other sides are going to be identical. Alright, so there we go. And important to note, they also form a right angle at the base of all those triangles, but we kind of assume that for right now, but it is true and important. So, how do we calculate the surface area? Well, let's see. I've got a base, right? And then I have, how many sides? I have four sides, right? So base and 4 sides. So if I was going to write some formula, I think I'd write, well, the area of this, I'll just do SP for square pyramid, is equal to the base plus 4 sides. And how would I calculate 4 sides? Well, I could write, I think, 4 times the area of one side. That would give me all 4 sides. So that was the formula we're going to use here. So let's fill in. What is the area of our base? Well, it's a 7 by 7 square, so therefore it's 49, right? And let's add to that 4, and then for what though? Well, let's calculate the area of one side. So it's a 7 by 10 triangle, okay? So it must be 70, right? Wrong. You got to take your base times your height and do what? Divide it by 2, right? So instead of 70, each side of that triangle is going to be 35. Why? Again, because that's a 7 times a 10 divided by 2. 70 divided by 2 is 35. Alright, so let's just kind of finish this up here. 49 plus whatever that ends up being, so 4 times 35, well that's like saying 70 times 2, so that's 140, right? And if I add that to 149, guess what you get in the end? The area of that square pyramid is equal to 189, and it was meters squared. There you go, 189 meters squared. Alright, so now what we're going to do is calculate the surface area of a triangular pyramid, okay? So what kind of pyramid? Triangular, so that tells us the shape of the base. And how we're going to do that? Well, first we're going to need to draw a net. Draw a net, right? We are going to catch the surface area with the net. Okay, so first thing we draw on a net is the base, right? And so it's a triangular pyramid, so it's a triangular base. So let's draw that. Alright, and they tell us that each edge is 8 and 8 and 8. And then they also tell us the height is 6.9. So since it's 8 by 8 by 8, I could draw that 6.9 from there to there, from there to there, or from there to there. I left myself a little room to draw it right here, but it doesn't really matter. So the height of that base is 6.9. All right, now I've got, let's see, it's an equilateral triangle, right? Because it's 8 by 8 by 8. So what that means is all of our sides are going to be the same. So this like front triangle right here has a base of 8 and a height of 12, and so I'm just going to draw that right here. And since it's 8 on the other two sides, guess what? It's also the same, right? So again, 12, and again, 12. So there you go. There's your net. And that gives us everything we need. So how do we find the surface area? Well, we add up all the different faces or sides, right? The area of all those sides or faces. So the area of this triangular pyramid, well, let's see. The first thing I always kind of like to start with is the area of the base, or the base area. And I'm going to add that to, well, I've got all these different sides, but they're all identical. So if I knew one, I could find the other two. Or you could say it's the area of, or 3 times the area of one side, or side area. Okay, so let's figure out this base area first. So again, how do we find the area of the base? Well, it's a triangle, so that's going to be an 8 times a height of 6.9, but then we need to divide all that by what? By 2, right? So if we do our 6.9 times our 8, right, 9 times 8, what do you get there? 72, and then that's 48, and then 7, so that's going to be what? 55. And then I got one decimal place, so 55.2. Okay, so I still need to take that 55.2 and divide it by that 2, right? So 55.2 divided by 2 goes in there twice, gives you a 4. 1, get 15 goes in there 4 times, what am I talking about? 7 times, giving you a 14. Bring down the 2, bring up the decimal, and then it goes in there 6 times, finishing you out. Okay, so what did we just find? That 27.6 is the area of the base. So let's go ahead and put that into our formula. Base area, we now know is 27.6. Now let's add that to the area of these 3 different sides. So what's the area of one side? Well, like take this triangle right here. It's an 8 by 12. So again, we got to do 8 times 12, but we have to divide it by 2, right? Okay, so it's 8 times 12, 96, right? So if we do that right there and divide that by 2, what's 96 divided by 2? Well, if you don't know it, you can go ahead and do it the long way, right? It's fine. So that's going to go there, what, 4 times, giving you an 8, subtract 1, bring down the 6, and then it goes in there 8, right? 48. That's a good one that we should all know. Close that up. So 48. Okay, 96 divided by 2 is 48, which makes sense because 100 divided by 2 would be 50, right? And 96 is pretty close to 100, and 48 is very close to 50, so it makes sense. So we got 3 of those, though, so let's take 3 times the 48. All right, so now order of operations tells us that we need to do the multiplication first, right? Okay, so going to have to do the 3 times the 48. Now, 48 is close to 50, right? And 3 times 50 would be 150. So whatever my answer is here, it probably better be close to 150. So 48 times 3, you get 24 and 12, and then add 2 more, 144. Okay, so now it's 27.6 plus 144. Last thing I need to do here is just add those two, right? So 144 plus your 27.6, add a decimal and a 0 up there. Just get those added. So that's a 6. Decimal, you got an 11. You got a 7 and a 1. And 171.6. And again, what was our label here? Well, everything was measured in meters. So since we're talking about surface area, it's meters. Area is squared, right? 171.6 meters squared. Okay guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Hope that gives you a good intro into what we're doing in this unit, all about surface area. Again, we got to draw the net and then just calculate the area of all the different faces. And that's all there really is to it. So if we can keep all those little things straight, we are so good. Thank you for sticking with it. I will see you all in class.